Hi, I'm Miss Deanna, Youth Services Librarian at the Haywood County Public Library at the Canton Branch. Welcome to Souped Up Ramen Noodles. We're going to make a simple pack of ramen noodles today, but we're going to add some things to it to dress it up and make it just a little bit more healthy. Now, most of us have packs of these in the pantry. I know I do, especially if you have teens in the house. So we're going to start by getting my burners going, and I'm going to add, instead of water, I want to add some chicken broth. Now it says on the package you're supposed to add 2 cups of water, so I'm just substituting 2 cups of water for 2 cups of chicken broth. I just bought chicken broth already prepared. You could make your own. You could also use vegetable broth if you would prefer. And I'm going to do 2 cups. Now I'm going to get that going. In the meantime, I'm going to get my little skillet going because I'm going to saute some vegetables to go in my ramen once the noodles are cooked. So I'm going to take a little pat of butter and put in the pan for it to melt. And while that's melting, I have some zucchini that I cut up. This is not a whole zucchini because I'm just doing this for myself, just 1 serving. I also have some mushrooms. I have some shredded carrots. You could take full-size carrots and shred them yourself. I bought these already shredded. And there's going to be some spinach, but I'm not going to saute that. I'm just going to put that in at the end into the broth, and it will kind of wilt naturally on its own. So what I'm going to be sauteing are the zucchini, mushrooms, and carrots. And I just want to do it for a couple of minutes just to get them tender. Now while those get started, and we're waiting for the chicken broth to boil, the reason we chose the title Souped Up Ramen Noodles is sometimes when someone takes their car and they add all this extra stuff to it, they call it souped up. So I'm adding all this extra stuff to the ramen noodles, so that's why we went with souped up. Have some green onions that I chopped. That's going to go on at the end also. That just gives you a little extra flavor and crunch. I'm also going to give a splash of soy sauce. Now, my plan is not to use the flavor packet. The flavor packet is full of sodium, and too much sodium is not a good thing for your body. So I'm going to leave the flavor packet out. I know some people who use a little bit of the flavor packet, but I'm going to choose to leave it out because I'll have the flavor from the chicken broth. So I'm just going to discard that. That doesn't mean you have to. Just a possibility. Now, my chicken broth is getting close to boiling, and then you're supposed to boil the noodles for 3 minutes. Now, some people put their noodles in just like this, in a block. I don't really like to do that because they kind of, I don't know, they don't spread out enough. I like to be able to eat my noodles without slurping up huge long noodles, so I always break mine up. And usually what I do is do it within the package. It's whatever your personal preference is. So, there's my noodles, mostly broken up. These veggies smell delicious. cut the burner down on my veggies just so they don't get overcooked. In fact, I'm going to turn it to off. Now some people with their veggies, they would have done the carrots in one section, the zucchini in one section, the mushrooms in one section. I like to have mine all mixed up. Just a personal preference. Now, my chicken broth is boiling, so in goes my noodles. Give that a quick stir and let those boil for about 3 minutes. So we're coming right up on 3 minutes. So I'm going to take my ladle and I'm going to ladle some of my broth and noodle mixture into my bowl. Then I'm going to take some spinach leaves and drop in there. Then I'm going to take some of my vegetable mixture. And then I'm going to garnish it with some green onions. And there you have a souped up bowl of ramen noodles. And I almost forgot a splash of soy sauce. Enjoy!